Welcome, everybody. Go ahead and turn your video on, unmute yourself. We have brought the man, the myth, the legend with us today. And Derek, thanks for getting us together. It's so good to see you, dude.
Absolutely. Nice to see you guys. Look at all these black squares with people's names on them. I love that.
It's like they want to make sure that you knew who they were. It's that Zoom call power play, but I know as usual,
Well,
you're going to be coming
I guess
in.
I'm going to do that too. I'm going to just take my picture off. No, it's okay.
There we go. Great to see your beautiful face, Rebecca. So, Derek, talk to me. I'm so excited. I can see the fire in you this morning. I could see a little bit of extra sass today, and I'm ready. I'm ready for what you got for us.
Good morning. These types of markets tend to create what I call the Chicken Little syndrome. And the reality is that it's a feeling. People are like, oh my gosh, what do I do? They're out of sorts because the market shifts in our industry, the real estate industry, not just lending, but everything attached to real estate all season. The markets affect everybody. and they can turn so fast. You could be clipping along and all of a sudden out of nowhere rates drop and now everybody's, refinancing people like crazy and you're shifting gears. You're like, oh my gosh, I just got to keep up with all the phone calls and the loan applications and the stuff. And same with realtors, like all of a sudden now they're, listing all these houses and they're stressed out because they got to set, home inspection appointments and this appointment and meet appraisers and get photographers and they're just running, right? And that's the pace that they're at. And that's what these kind of markets do. They create that focus being moved. And when the market shifts the other direction, then all of a sudden you have to shift your mindset and what you do. And it just happens so fast that I think people all of a sudden they wake up one day and are like, oh my God, what do I do? I mean, the sky's falling, right? And the reality is, if you look at the numbers, we're doing the same numbers that we did in 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, all those years, we're at that same level. It's just when the market shifts, it feels like something happens, right? And if you take a step back, get your cup of coffee and just go, okay, really, the sky's not falling, but it feels like it. Has anybody felt like that lately? A little bit?
Show of hands, let's be honest with each other here. You might be looking at your pipeline feeling like this year feels a lot different than last year at bare minimum. Can we agree on that? I'm seeing some heads nod. Yeah.
And so I tend to, when I get in these situations, I think, okay, what's really going on? And sometimes people think, okay, I just when I, being in the military, you kind of you tie a lot of life things to that. And, a lot of times people think, well, I just need to retreat. And sometimes people think that word is necessary, it's bad. Like, oh, I'm going to retreat. It has a negative connotation or like I'm giving up. But, if you talk to a Navy SEAL or any of these special forces or guys that have been in battle, they don't retreat to go have a vacation. They retreat to do what? They go back to their stronghold. They go back to where their peeps are, and they regroup. They refortify. They get more grenades. They get more freaking tanks. They get more stuff. They freaking pack it all on, and they're like, "We get another game plan, right? All right, we're gonna do this time, and we're gonna bring even more people with us because we didn't have enough people last time. We got outgunned. We thought we were cool. We're not. We're coming back." We're going to regroup and we're going now. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Yeah. Now we're coming back and now we have a plan. We're going to execute. We got more stuff. We got all these things. Now we got more confidence. Boom. We're going to come back at them. That's in my mind. When I think of these types of markets, what do? We come back and we go, all right, what do I got to do? What's my plan? All right, I got to do this. We got to change it up. I can't come straight at them through the jungle. I got to drop out of an airplane, right?
Genius.
I got to blaze a trail with tanks or whatever the plan is. Depends on, your situation, right? I know I'm not jumping out of any planes. I fly planes, but I'm not jumping out of them. So I'll drive the tank. I'll, throw things at them, whatever. But the mindset is we're going to win, right? And so the sky's not falling. There's plenty of business out there. It's just the same rule that applies. That's been the same for 30 years. 20% of the people do 80% of the business. So do you want to be in that 20%? So if you do, you just got to come back, refortify, and put together a game plan and go after it,
What a great point. Because we know what we did the last 2 years, just sitting around and letting this business just keep bombarding us isn't going to be what we got to do now. And we know top producers were doing the same thing 10 years ago that they did 5 years ago, that they're waking up and doing today, right?
Same thing.
And many of them have been so overwhelmed the last 2 years. They haven't had time to think, plan. They're trying to hire people to come and think and plan for them. Now we have this chance, right? To think and to plan and to be intentional. It's so powerful.
Right. That's the big thing, right? Being intentional. The people that I know that consistently do, big numbers they do the same thing every day. They don't, we all have distractions, right? But they don't let them get the best of them. They know what they got to get done, and they do those things. Again, I hate bringing the military up, but another thing that we learned in the military is just you always have to do stupid stuff that doesn't make any sense, but you just do it. I had to make my bed every day for 4 years, and it sucked. It's dumb. It had to have certain creases and blah, blah, blah. You had to fold your t-shirts. You got to have your name on the stenciled the right way. You had to have a haircut the right way. Just to go to work, you had to do that stuff, right? So what it taught me is I got to do the stupid stuff. Just get it done. Knock it out by 10 o'clock. And guess what? I got the rest of the day to really do stuff that moves the needle. But it doesn't mean I go and, okay, I did my 5 phone calls. I did my 3 gift cards or my thank you cards. Gift cards.
Just buy them off. We know there's always
one. I'm creating all kinds of RESPA violations before 10 o'clock. But if you get it done, then guess what? I can go do things that I like to do. And that's part of, I think, what top producers do is they figure out what they love to do, and that's what they do. Whether it's whatever hobby, right? I love going to football games. Every single year, August through December, January are always my best months when I was originating. Why?
Wow.
I went to all the football games. I went to all these football games, high school, college, whatever. And guess what I would do? I'd meet people, talk to them. We'd freaking tailgate for hours. And what does everybody ask you? What do you do? Every single time I went to a football game, I get 2 or 3 loans every single time. And so I turned in what I love to do, and it just naturally happens, right? So figure out something that you love to do and go meet people. It's really simple. There's a lot of people out there that are still buying houses, but you have to do the little stuff every day. It's not fun. It's boring. But again, the whole industry is going, what the heck? Because volume's way down and everybody's waiting for something to happen to them rather than just going, all right, taking the bull by the horns. I'm going to retreat, refortify, let's go. And not let the market, because there's tons of business out there, a lot.
There's so many people out here, more people than ever. And all these people have to move, right? Death, divorce, distance, relocation. They're moving.
Downsizing, lots of people downsizing. There just is. Yeah, I just had a thought in my head and now I can't remember what it was. That's what happens when you hit 55. Anyway.
Tell me about that picture behind you.
Oh,
It's horses, right?
yeah. So there was, it just reminds me, so I don't know if you could see one horse is trying to bite the other one. Can you guys see that?
Oh, yeah. Okay, now. Yeah.
No? Anyone? Hold on. So, uh, so this horse is trying to bite this horse. Can you see it
Uh-huh.
a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit? Anyway, so it's a famous horse race back in the day, and it was, I don't remember. I always have to look it up, but you could Google horse biting another horse in a horse race and it'll explain the whole thing. But it just reminds me, because the one that's biting the other one, that horse, this horse right here was in the lead. He was winning the race. And this horse came up and started to pass him. And instead of this horse running his race and just focusing on his what he needed to do to win, he tried to bite this guy to slow him down. And guess what happened? This guy won the race. So I look at that every day and I go, I got to look at me. I got to focus on me, what I'm doing, and not what Gild's doing, Fairway, whatever. I don't look at what everybody else is doing. I got to worry about me. What
That
am I going to
is
do?
so true. That is so true.
Right? We
Yeah,
do. And that's
absolutely.
the whole Chicken Littles thing. We're always looking at, look at this person. They're doing all these numbers and this person's doing all these numbers. Well, yeah, they are. And they're doing it for a reason, because they're doing the little things. They're doing the stuff that matters. They're doing the stuff that creates value. You know, we forgot in, okay, so here's a point I wanted to make. These markets that are so easy, when interest rates drop, it affects everybody, right? Real estate agents, insurance agents, title companies, you name it, home inspectors, everybody's slammed, right? And what does it do? It creates lazy habits. Creates laziness. I can just wake up and be awesome. I'm waking up and, you know, what do they call? I don't know if you guys seen the movie. Anyway, never mind. Doesn't matter. But it just makes everybody feel like they're rock stars. But now guess what? Everybody that is like, oh, shoot, I'm not a big deal. This industry has a way of humbling people. And so the ones that are actually doing it every single day are still killing it. I mean, I have a guy that this month, what's his number? Really quick, 8.6 million, you know, and yeah, he's consistently does more than that, but he just does little things every day. He sends out religiously his status updates 5 a.m. every Tuesday. He starts at 5 a.m. and he doesn't just email the realtors, he emails everybody in the transaction. And he's been doing that for so long. Now people like, oh my gosh, I want to work with this guy because he communicates with me. And what I've seen in this industry is anybody can do anything for 90 days. Anybody can do, and they can be the best, and they can get up and make their bed every day for 90 days. But then after a while, it's like, I'm not going to do it today. And then all of a sudden, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it tomorrow either. And then it just, and then all of a sudden, those people that said, oh yeah, this guy used to communicate really well. I don't know where the hell he went. And Mark, and this guy does it every single time, every week he's doing it. So again, it's the little things that keep you going, right? That keep that the trust and the value. And so anyway, that's what that picture is about. Focus on you. What else you got for me?
I love that. It's so powerful. So what would you say? We're all going to hang up from this call. Where do we begin? I hear we got this piece in the morning. We got to eat the frog, right? We got to take the bite of the elephant, you know, and then we can actually enjoy this authentic part of the industry in the afternoon where we get to pick what we do and be ourselves and go meet people at our kids' soccer practice or go to football games, right? We get off this call. It's still morning time. We have no excuse. What are we going to do?
Go where the fish are.
Hmm.
I mean, this is really simple. I mean, I don't go fishing just in a random spot. I want to go where the fish are, right? So go where the fish are. The fish right now are, depending on your level of experience, are the people you know, right? The people
Yeah.
you know, there's a whole pond of fish of people that you know and trust you. So figure out how to get a hold of them. Whether it's, I can tell you what I do. If I think of somebody, if I'm driving down the road and God all of a sudden, boom, drops something in my head, I know that's a reason why to reach out to that person. So I literally will write them and, hey, just thinking about you. Or I'll text them if I'm close with them. Hey, how you doing? I'm just thinking about you. You all right? Everything going good? You need some love? What do you got? And just doing that, that's what I do. Because sometimes it's hard to think, okay, what 3 people or what 5 people am I gonna call today? But even if you can't think of anything, that's what you got to do. Start with a fish are. And then from there, if you've gone through that pond, if you will, then you go to the next one. And it's like, okay, what events can I go to? What can I do that I love to do that meets people? Because, there's a lot of realtors out there, but they don't have a ton of customers right now. They're trying to figure out the same thing you're trying to figure out. So what do we got to do? Go get the fish, go meet people, bodies. They'll refer you because they love you. So go where the fish are. I started, if you haven't done a database, I know everybody loves that word, but it's true. Get the database going. I said it on my last call. And then, if you have past clients, you've already done business with those guys. Send them a $5 Starbucks gift card. Send them some gloves that say Advantage Mortgage on them, or whatever. I love you to death, or today's the day. Just come up with something creative. There's a lot of cupcakes. People love cupcakes. Make some cupcakes and take them to your buddy's house. And put a business card on there. I'm really quick. I'll tell you a story. I did this thing called Homes for Heroes for a bit, and you got to go out and call on teachers and police officers and firefighters and whatever. Well, we would go in there and with a flyer and our business cards, and literally they'd be like, we're good. No, we don't need it. This other person's been in here, whatever, right? Then I went to White Rabbit Bakery in Aurora and got these freaking amazing cupcakes. I got 20 dozen. I don't remember.
20 dozen?
Oh, yeah,
100, 200 cupcakes?
We had a lot of places
Okay.
to go.
Okay.
I'm not joking you. Every single place let us in the door. Everyone. They wanted those dang cupcakes. And
yes.
Cupcakes, man, they open the door. People love them. So, something simple like that. Who doesn't love cupcakes? Even if it's just one, like you're going to go see your girlfriend or, whatever. Here's some cupcakes. There's so many ideas, but the thing is, you just got to start. You just got to do it. And it's tough. It's a grind. Most of my people have heard me talk about the football analogy. But it's true. The guys that make it to the NFL do the little things every day. The top producers do the little things every day. In the military, you do the little things every day. Firefighting. Now that I'm a firefighter.
Official. Yeah.
You want me to go get my gear?
I kind of do, but the next call will be just for that. Yeah.
101-year-old firefighter. But every single day I could send you an email from the station, and they got drills, they got housekeeping, they got stuff, they got training, they train every day, even though they're qualified or whatever, they still hone their skills. I was training yesterday because I've got a test at the end of this month to finalize my firefighter 1 certification. It's called a TPE. But one of the things you have to do is put on your gear in less than 60 seconds.
Whew. And
if you don't practice, guess what? You can't do it. And it sounds so stupid, right? Just put on some boots and pants and a hat and freaking gloves. Piece of cake. It's not. I did it yesterday. I haven't done it in 30 days. I think it took me 1 minute and 15 seconds. I was like,
tighten it up. Tighten it up.
Yeah. But the third time I did it under 45. But my point is, it's the little things. So guys, real quick, does anybody have any questions? I know Bridget's dying to ask me a question.
I
I'll
love
send
that.
you all my personal questions later.
And if anybody does, I'm happy to answer those, or we can talk after this, but I want to keep it short and sweet for you guys. But really, guys, that's how simple it is. It's literally, the sky's not falling. It's not. You know, the things that we have to do the little things, but at the same time, live within your means, save your money. I know you guys have probably all done that, but that's one of the biggest things I see people, they stress out because they haven't done those things. And those are little things, you know, save your money. It's easy to make a lot of money in this industry, and it's easy to blow it. And so if you, I'm not worried about the skies falling because our company's solid. I'm not worried about it. I love these times. Like, let's go, let's fortify, let's take it and let's go. And it's working. So yeah, just do it every day, guys, every single day. If you need somebody to call you and push it, let me know. I'll call you every day. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing today? Come on, let's go.
I love it. Go ahead and unmute yourself. I love Rebecca, Leona, Tish. I love that you guys join us on video. I hear making connections, right? Like being close to people, whether it's going out and having these conversations with other people, cupcake ideas, right? Like talking about ideas. But how about you, Tish? What do you think?
I think it's interesting when we talk about doing the daily habits. And when Derek had mentioned that anybody can do anything for 90 days and then we drop off, because we're very much in this culture of, we're bombarded with self-care and it's okay if you don't want to. And
Ooh.
this is just enough for today. If all you did is one dish instead of all the dishes, that's totally fine. And when you're bombarded with that, it's very easy to slide into the, I don't have to, it's okay, and lose that lose those habits that you build. And so I think what Derek is saying is incredibly important, especially right now. Do the little things and do them consistently every day. And don't get sucked into the, it's okay if I don't do it today or tomorrow, or if I let it go for a while, you know, because I'm doing all these other things, and it's totally fine because this is self-care and me time. So it's a really important point. And if you just stick with, make it a habit, do those little things, get them done early, then you can focus on your stuff and you and what makes you happy and bring you joy. And I think Derek's absolutely right. When you're out in your element doing your thing, people are going to be attracted to that joy, and they're going to want to talk to you, and they're going to want to meet you, and you're going to make connections that way. So I just love that philosophy. I think it's a really good reminder in this day and age as well, too. So thanks for that, Derek.
Years of wisdom there.
Tish, yeah,
So much wisdom.
That's so powerful. And it's that sense of like, you know, take care of yourself, right? Like get up early, take care of yourself. But it's such a cultural thing now that I must work 8 full hours. You know, we were having this conversation earlier, right? You're starting a business right now. You're running a business right now. You have a job right now, you know, and in this industry, we got to work to make money too.
Anybody have anything else? Any questions?
Derek, this is Mike. The only thing I'd add, and this is, I think, similar to what Tish was saying, is that it's also, and I hate to admit this, it's amazing when you take action of any sort that activity results from it. And just by us letting all of our clients know that we left Caliber and with Advantage, all of a sudden we've got referrals from people that, not that they wouldn't have referred, but we're having conversations that I'm convinced we're only having the conversation because the communications we sent out about changing companies. So I guess what I'm saying there is, if you find yourself as a loan originator not doing anything, but just sitting at your desk and looking at the emails and looking at MBS Highway and, you know, educating yourself, but you're not actually taking any action, guess what? There's going to be zero activity.
That's 100% right. And those are the little things. Like, if you follow Mark Alto, he posts something all the time, at least weekly, if not twice weekly, on Masters of Finance. And that's the part about creating value I was talking about. He is always a help. He's always giving people a heads up. He's always ahead of the curve. He's always like, oh, don't forget this time of year, taxes are crazy because we collect 14 months of taxes. He just, and people like, oh, it's just the little thing, right? Just something simple that creates value. And it's nothing major. It's not earth shattering. That's the thing about this. It's not, you guys all know the difference between warm water and boiling water, right?
Tell us. I know. Nobody's unmuting.
1 degree.
Wait, say it again.
1 degree.
Oh,
The difference between warm water and boiling water is 1 degree. The point is, it doesn't take much to move the needle. It's a little teeny tiny, just 1 degree, and all of a sudden the water's boiling. It's simple. I mean, I know that's so profound, but it is, right? So little things, tiny little things make all the difference. And you do those little things, make people feel special, make people feel cared, make them feel loved. They're going to remember that stuff, right? Little things. So anyway, I don't want to keep all your time. It's almost 30 minutes. Thank you guys for showing up. We're going to do another one of these next month. And if you have any questions, reach out. I'm always here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Derek.
You bet,
Thanks,
guys.
Derek. Bye.
Take care. Bye.